Welcome everyone. In honor of the 40th anniversary of Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, I thought it was a good time to dust off the Favorite Trek Moments series. Now there's lots of great things about this movie we could talk about. The writing, the characters, the visual effects. However, for this video I've chosen to focus on one aspect that the film examines, namely the infamous Kobayashi Maru scenario. As the film opens, Lieutenant Saavik is taking this command test, so let's see how she handles it.
In the neutral zone.
Unpenetrated. Life support systems failing. Can you assist us, Enterprise? Can you assist
Data
us?
on Kobayashi Maru.
Subject vessel is third-class neutronic fuel carrier, crew of 300 passengers.
Now normally, responding to a distress call would be a no-brainer. However, in this case, the distress call is apparently coming from inside the Klingon neutral zone. However, despite the risk, Saavik decides to go in and rescue the Kobayashi Maru.
And by transporter room ready to beam survivors aboard.
Captain, I've lost their signal.
Alert. Sensors indicate 3 Klingon cruisers bearing 316 Mark IV, closing fast.
Visual.
Captain, it's no use. We're dead in space.
Activate escape pods. Send out the log buoy. All hands abandon ship. Repeat. All hands abandon ship.
All right, open her up.
And at this point, Admiral Kirk's seen enough, and Saavik has learned why this is called the no-win scenario. However, she does not believe it was a fair test of her command abilities.
There was no way to win.
A no-win situation is a possibility every commander may face. Has that never occurred to you?
No, sir. It is not.
Kirk also points out that how we deal with death is at least as important as how we deal with life, and leaves Saavik to think about this topic. However, Spock is understandably curious about how Kirk is going to rate their cadets, and then brings up Kirk's own experience.
As I recall, you took the test 3 times yourself. Your final solution was, shall we say, unique.
It had the virtue of never having been tried.
So now the film has planted the seed that Kirk had some kind of creative idea about the test, but we don't know what it is yet. Saavik is also understandably curious, and on the Enterprise asks Kirk about it again.
I failed to resolve the situation.
There's no correct resolution. It's a test of character.
May I ask how you dealt with the test?
You may ask.
A couple of things we learned from this scene is that, one, the point of the test is for Starfleet to evaluate the character of their cadets. Also, Kirk is being uncharacteristically coy about how he handled the test, and Saavik drops it for the time being, but comes back to the idea when they are all apparently stranded.
Will you tell me what you did? I would really like to know.
Lieutenant, you are looking at the only Starfleet cadet who ever beat the no-win scenario.
And here we are, all these seeds and hints and explanations about the no-win scenario have been building up to this scene. And while there are many excellent scenes you could point out in The Wrath of Khan, I think this might be my favorite one in the movie. And it also, I think, is a very excellent and succinct description of the character of James T. Kirk.
Change the conditions of the test. Cut a commendation for original thinking. I don't like to lose.
Then you never faced that situation. Faced death.
I don't believe in the no-win scenario.
All right.
I don't like to lose.
So we learn a lot about not only Kirk in this scene, but also the priorities of Starfleet. Because unlike in a different reality when Kirk was punished for this action, here we see that Starfleet rewarded him for coming up with a creative solution. And for Kirk specifically, we learn that while at first it may sound like he's being arrogant, that he just doesn't want to lose, but I think it goes deeper than that. Kirk is the kind of person who is never going to give up. He's always going to keep looking for a way out of the situation, even when it seems hopeless. However, this is going to hit home for him in a very personal way later in the film.
I never took the Kobayashi Maru test. Until now. What do you think of my solution?
At this point, Spock has basically had to sacrifice himself in order to save the Enterprise from the explosion of the Genesis device. At the time, it seemed like there was no way to escape, but I guess Spock, even though he never took the Kobayashi Maru test, as he mentioned, has learned a lot from his best friend and realized the sacrifice that was necessary to find the way out of the apparent no-win scenario. Kirk is, of course, very saddened by the loss of his friend, but is able to move on from this, and life continues. Well, there's lots of other things I could say about this movie, but I just wanted to take a quick look at this particular topic. What is your favorite scene or favorite themes from Star Trek II? Feel free to share in the comments down below. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a blessed day.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.